Hi everyone, this is Luxtos, and today I'm bringing you another video guide WeakAuras for Death Knight. We're gonna cover all three specs for BFA patch 8.0.1. We'll be doing Unholy, Frost and Blood. Keep in mind that these WeakAuras will be updated for the entire duration of Battle for Azeroth. Before we get started, I want to thank every single one of you for supporting the channel and the videos. Your support has been incredible. Keep subscribing, commenting, and liking the videos. This is going great. I'll be doing every single class. You will have your WeakAura. Trust me. Okay, so are you guys ready? We'll be doing Unholy first. We're gonna do the boring step because I want to make sure everybody is able to follow along. Let's get importing. In the link that you can find in the description below, you'll find all 6 groups through 6 different links. Simply open them up, copy the WeakAura, go back into World of Warcraft, enter /WA, import. There you go. Do this step for all 6 groups, and you will be good to go. Death Knight utilities, import. Death Knight specific, import. Death Knight interrupts, and finally Death Knight rotation. We are now all set up. All the WeakAuras have been loaded, so let's get to the guide. I'll do a simple cover of every single talent and spell that I'm doing work on. So let's get to it. First row is not being tracked. Unholy Blight is being tracked as a DPS cooldown. Asphyxiate is being tracked as an interrupt. Soul Reaper is being tracked as a DPS cooldown. Wraithwalk and Death Pact are being tracked as utilities. Epidemic, Defile, and Pestilent are not being tracked, and Unholy Frenzy and Summon Gargoyle are being tracked as cooldown. So, if you are new to these WeakAuras, every time an icon glow, there's a good chance you should be casting it on cooldown. So first, I'm a Death Knight, I don't have my ghoul out, it's letting me know that I need to summon one. Let's do that. I don't have Virulent Plague out. My ghoul isn't transformed, and I don't have any wounds on the target, so I should go ahead and do Festering Strike. I'm currently at 6 stack of Festering Wound, which is the maximum amount of stack on the target. Applying new Festering Wound with Festering Strike, there's a chance it's going to be either 2 or 3. So as soon as you hit under 4, it's going to stop glowing, letting you know that you can safely cast another Festering Strike. I need to reapply my dot. I need to spend some runic power with Death Coil, and I need to burn some wounds. I can start reapplying them, burning them, dumping runic power, removing runes, dumping runic power, reapplying my dots. Pretty straightforward. I can cast Dead and Decay, and it's letting me know if I'm in the current zone, so I can have my abilities do AoE cleave damage, which is going to be very useful. My cooldowns are on the left right here, so I can get to at least 4 stack, Apocalypse, and then I can Unholy Frenzy, which is being tracked in this last row, so it's either going to be Frenzy or Gargoyle, and Army of the Dead. My interrupts are right here on the right. You have your Leap, Gnaw, Dead Grip, and Mind Freeze. If your pet is dismissed, Gnaw and Leap are going away. That's pretty much all there is to Unholy. The rotation is pretty straightforward, and it's even better with the WeakAuras. Pretty easy to follow. Let's go ahead and try Frost. As you can see, my runes are currently green. If I switch to Frost, they'll turn blue. I spent so much time. Okay, Let's get to Frost. Remorseless Winter on cooldown, Obliterate, Rhyme proc, Killing Machine proc, and when Frost Strike is gonna light up, it's gonna let you know that you need to dump Runic Power. Rotation is pretty straightforward. Pretty easy to follow. A lot easier to follow with these WeakAuras. You have your cooldown again on the left, so I need to press Pillar of Frost. Chain of Ice is lighting up. This is not a legendary. Well, it won't be anymore, but it's a talent that you currently can pick in the first row, so Cold Art. If I pick Icy Talon, it's gonna let me track Icy Talon stacks. Pretty simple. The first talent is also gonna get tracked. Horn of Winter is gonna be a DPS cooldown if you choose to pick it. Asphyxiate and Blinding Sleet are gonna be interrupts. This row is not getting tracked. Dead Pact and Wraith Walk utilities. Frostwyrm is gonna be a DPS cooldown. Glacial Advance is not gonna get tracked because it's very situational and the cooldown is very low, so I don't think it's that important to be tracking Glacial Advance. Breath of Syndragosa. So if you pick Breath of Syndragosa, I'll just build some Fury, some Runic Power, sorry. I'll just build some, and then if I activate Breath of Syndragosa, because when you're doing Breath, you don't want to do any Frost Strike. So it's going to replace the icon. As simple as that. Very straightforward, so you won't make any mistake with Frost Strike glowing or whatever reason you could have for fucking up. Is there anything left that we need to cover? I think not. Let's move on to Blood. Blood is even simpler. The rotation is pretty straightforward. There is not much to it. There is not a lot of configuration, but it's going to be very helpful. So if you don't have any Bone Shield, it's going to tell you that you need your Merowin. Then it's going to track the number of stack that you have available on yourself. Just let me pick Ossuary, because I want to show you something. If you pick Ossuary, it's going to light up. It's going to show you that you're over 5 stack in Bone Shield, and it's going to let you know that you have the bonus active. As soon as you hit 2 stack of Blood Boil, the icon is going to glow, letting you know that you should probably spend 1 so you don't overcap. The same thing for Rune Strike. Very straightforward. And Death and Decay is being tracked right here. Now let's go on talent. So if you don't pick Rune Strike and pick Blood Drinker, you're gonna track this ability. Consumption is being tracked as a simple cooldown. Hemostasis is simply gonna track the number of stack that you currently have on yourself, letting you know when to spend them. Tombstone is gonna be a simple cooldown. The difference with Blood is since it's a tank, the cooldown do not need to be used on cooldown. They're situational, they're defensive. So they're not gonna glow. They're gonna show you when they're available and when they're not. So that's pretty simple for that. So Rune, Tap, Tombstone, and Mark for Blood are all gonna show in the cooldown as well as a Bone Storm. Mark for Blood is gonna be tracked over here, and that's gonna be hit. You're gonna have your utilities at the bottom again, and your interrupts on the right. Your runes are red, and everything is great. It's all customizable. You can go ahead and open WeakAura and play with these. Try to not fuck it up. If you do, you can always re-import them, but it's pretty easy. So if you want to, you can change condition, you can change the trigger, you can do anything you want. These are your WeakAuras. You can play with them, do whatever you want. These are yours. I give them to you. Before we end this video, I want to make sure you guys know how thankful I am. I want to remind you that you can subscribe to my channel if you like these video and the content that I'm putting out. I'm going to be pulling out a lot more content throughout BFA. I'll be doing class guide, I'll keep doing WeakAura guide, and I'll be doing a lot more. These videos are being recorded live on Twitch. If you want to come watch me do this incredible content, and you want to learn and ask questions, I invite you to come on Twitch. simply go to twitch.tv/luxtos. You can find the link in the description below. You can follow my channel and make sure you come hang out when I go live. You can like this video, put down a comment. It helps tremendously. You know what? I'm even going to ask you a question. What class do you want to see next? Because right now, I still have a lot to do. The next one is going to be Shaman. I'm giving you a hint. Next one is going to be Shaman. After that, I don't know. Go in the comment down below. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you tell me which class I should do next and which content you would like to see next. That's it for me today in this video. I'm thanking you all for your support. You guys have been great and amazing. I wish you good luck in BFA.